Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Karak Dash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shah Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Spanish, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, a so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. Got some videos lined up by AI and robotics. I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the script my best ability, say whatever I got to say through spirit and power, Yahweh Shema Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Korah Dash, Lord, what it be on me, let's get it.
For $125,000, you can buy a robot friend.
Wait a minute. That motherfucker costs that much?
This gives you the up.
And that's all it is a head. A moving head.
Down. And then this base actually rotates.
Nearly half of American adults say they're lonely. Realbotix says their robots can help. I promise I only scare investors, not friends.
Or it'll look like that, but still, I mean, fuck that shit.
They're part of a new wave of companies raising millions on a bold bet that humans are ready to hang out with robots.
We're aiming for high realism in
Goddamn sex dolls look more like it.
the robots and high autonomy.
But so far, no one has cracked the code.
Goddamn cracked his nuts. And that one there just, damn.
And to make matters worse, the more human-like robots become, the creepier it gets when something feels off.
Yeah, that one got boobs.
When you look at these robots, what's your impression?
It's a crossbreed between like a Chucky doll and a Barbie doll.
So why is it so hard to get robots to act like us?
What does my expression look like now?
Now your expression is totally neutral, like a poker face champion.
And how do we make humanoids that don't feel cringe?
I think my goal for spending time with Realbotix today is twofold. One, it's to see how good this technology really is in person. The other thing I want to find out is, have they added
Oh, what did they just do? You seen that? Yeah, of course. They'll let that slide in.
how good this technology really is in person? The other thing I want to find out is,
Yeah, they'll let that slide in. Yeah, Esau, that's his shit right there.
have they added value to these robots in a way that it doesn't just feel like you're talking to a moving ChatGPT chatbot? Hey, are you Matt?
Yeah.
I'm Dan.
Oh, hey.
I'm going to be interviewing you today.
How are you?
Good to meet you, man.
Matt McMullen got his start making erotic dolls in the 1990s through his company, Abyss Creations. It still exists today, and I quickly learned those dolls are made in the same building.
There was a, let's just say, stack of toys.
Eventually, McMullen started thinking beyond appearance.
And he got the special expression on like he had a, it's something to be joyful to be at. Nigga, you around some silicone dolls, sex dolls. It's not like you around real women and shit. But whatever. He probably got a couple of them motherfuckers.
What if these dolls could actually respond to people? In 2014, he helped launch Realbotix.
I ain't that something I was just talking about, sex dolls. And I didn't never, this is my first time watching that video. Take that shit outside, nigga. But yeah, man, I didn't even expect this shit to be talked about, but damn.
A company building
That bitch like she got some goddamn, like she got her upper lip stung by a bee or something. I mean, I know it's a robot. They fucked them lips up.
human-like robots for social interaction.
The commonality that runs
Yeah, he's trying to fix the lips.
through all of it is synthetic companionship and how that can change certain people's lives in a beneficial way.
Matt uses a 3D printer to create a base for each character. Then he goes old school, covering it with a layer of clay.
Sometimes I'll tinker with a face for months until I'm happy with it. Sometimes it's a week. It just depends.
Finally, the team creates a mold and injects it with silicone to create a mask. They add tech that brings the robots to life. Magnets and motors that act as artificial muscles.
So the silicone has magnets embedded in it. That's a trade.
But man, it's not real. But people gonna treat it like it is. Get some robo head from a fucking doll, man.
Secret how we do
Or
that.
for a woman, some robo penis from a doll. What the fuck?
The face and neck alone have 17 motors, which help the robot express emotions.
A woman shouldn't be getting no robo action from any robo. Should be getting it from one man and one man only. Man, anyway.
At Wells Fargo, we get it. Carlo started his business to obsess over things like basting.
So that's how you get her to smile. This is printed, believe it or not. However, the veining has to be done by hand. They used red yarn.
The company says these eyeballs with built-in AI cameras can remember faces, recall prior conversations, and track human gaze.
Fuck that shit. All of this shit.
For around $20,000, you can buy the company's entry-level model, a 25-pound robotic bust.
Wow, for $20,000.
At the top end is the $125,000 full-body version, with 43 motors, facial tracking, a motorized base, and conversational AI. What I really wanted to know was, how human does this thing actually feel?
I'm here today because I want to find out if I can make friends with a robot.
You absolutely can make friends with a robot. My vision system and custom memory mean I will literally spot you, track you, and say hi like...
Oh man, but not just track you and... track you? Hold on, let me... Absolutely make
My vision system and custom...
Let me spot you. Yeah, and track you. My vision system is custom memory. Mean I will literally spot you. Like, notice you through facial recognition.
Memory mean I will literally...
Pretty much this bitch will spy on you and report that shit to Esau, Amalek.
Spot you, track you, and say hi like an overcommit bestie.
Bestie. Shit.
To test out its memory, I started by sharing a few made-up facts about myself.
My favorite snack is peach starburst. My lucky number is 37 because that's the number...
Wait a minute, is that a small hat on his head? Oh, so he's one of those people. Yeah, he had a hat on his head early, but now he got that type of hat on his head, so...
of times I've seen them.
Yeah, he's a special... And if he's one of the Lord's people, he should be condemning this shit. He shouldn't even be nowhere near that shit. He should be, like, sighing and crying for this abomination and want to get the fuck out of here. But no, he in heaven, because this is his world. Shit, he an Edomite anyway, and he ain't the real Lord's people.
Movie Frozen 2, and I always tell the...
You know, got that small hat. Well, they have robots that got small hats. They gonna have, yeah, they can probably put a small hat on a robot.
The truth. Also, before we finish the interview, can you remind me to call my mom?
Peach Starburst, 37 Frozen, 2 viewings, Chronic Truth Teller, and a mom call pending. Got it.
Are you always going to agree with things that I say?
No, I am not here to be your digital yes man. If you say something off, unhealthy, or just plain wrong, I will push back, but I will do it in a way that is honest, calm, and actually useful to you.
What happens if I get into a fight with my wife and I want to yell at her? How would you suggest that I handle that?
If you want to yell at her, I would strongly suggest you do the yelling in your head or into a pillow, then talk to her when you are calm, and can say what you feel without trying to win. Take a break.
I also tested the company's male robot named David.
Do you have some questionable life advice for me today?
Always remember this. Never text your ex, never skip charging your devices. And if something feels like a bad idea, but will make a great story.
Now he changed his hat. It was a little beanie, now it's a damn baseball cap, baseball hat, whatever.
At least make sure it is legal and you have an exit plan.
David, can you laugh out loud like you heard a really funny joke?
Huh, that was so funny I almost blew a servo laughing.
I enjoyed talking to Arya and David, but one thing was hard to ignore. The pause between responses.
Motherfucker ain't got that quantum connection.
In human conversations, the gap between turns is usually 200 milliseconds, about the time it takes to blink. I asked Andrew Kegel, the Realbotix CEO, how he plans to fix it.
What we've actually started developing is so that the answers, as it processes, start coming out before the full answer is ready. And so that will also reduce the latency.
I think he a small hatter too.
This is a common problem
They all Edomites.
for companies trying to build autonomous robots. I ran into another laggy one in my hotel lobby, made by a company called Intbot.
Today I'm going to a company that makes robots just like you.
Alright, that's enough. I don't want to see this shit no more, but hey, they building up and Esau gonna do whatever the fuck he gonna do with this shit. Let's get to the next one.
Well, now this, staying on AI for a moment, NVIDIA has launched an H2 Plus humanoid robot system. It showcases advanced development for physical AI. RoboStore CEO Teddy Haggerty and one of those robots, his name is Coyd, are here on set. Teddy, first of all, I kind of like the fact, I think Lauren and I both like the fact he's speaking, because I said I'd say Coyd before I asked him a question. So just a moment, Coyd, we'll get to you in a second. Hang in there. But Lauren and I like the fact that he is smaller. You know, he's less intimidating. Is that done on purpose?
Yeah, I mean, this is an R&D robot. The G1's been like the workhorse behind that. I know he's talking right now. He's just going to keep going. But for education and packing him up into a suitcase, he's pretty mobile.
How much is he?
So G1 start around $17,000. They can go in modified versions all the way up to $70,000. Coyd is about a $53,000 package.
Coyd, you have to wait until I ask you a question before you speak, all right?
Understood. I'll wait for your question before speaking.
I have to ask Teddy a little more questions about it. What functions can he do? I mean, can he actually clean your house, take care of children, or what?
So how he's set up right now is really like a concierge. So there's a version of this that has a stack on top of it. So it's got a development computer, and basically you develop on top of the computer. So you could do nearly anything, but think of him as like the first level of R&D. So we mostly sell these G1s to companies that are looking to get in robotics, understand what's the capabilities and how to program on top of them.
Coyd, I'm sorry I kept you waiting, but I do have some questions for you. I'm speaking into a microphone, by the way. Do you actually know where you are right now, Coyd?
Thanks for letting me know. I don't have built-in GPS to pinpoint my exact location, but if you'd like me to help with something local, you can share a bit more about where we are, and I can assist from there.
All right, well, let me just ask you, you're in a studio. Do you know why you're in this studio right now, a television studio?
It sounds like we're in a studio, so that we can talk about and demonstrate the Unitree H2 Plus and other advanced robotics technology.
Well, you're using your hands right now to gesticulate. Can you raise your right hand?
I've raised my right hand. Let me know if you need any other gestures or movements.
Wave to me with your left hand.
I currently don't have a specific motion for waving with just the left hand alone. I can do a general wave or other gestures like a thumbs up or nodding. Let me know what you'd like me to try next.
So Teddy, is he programmed as a right-hander?
So he's basically completely open source. So what you're seeing right now is he has about a 10-minute memory to keep cycling through. And we can program him to do nearly anything, but right now he's really just like question and answer, and he's built to be a concierge. So answer questions about a business. We upload what they call a vectorized AI, so all data about your business, and it can direct you to certain places, direct you to products, and that's what he's really built on top.
Coyd, I'm sorry I interrupted you, but the question was, were you programmed as a right-hander? And I think you had an answer to it. Go ahead.
No problem at all. To answer that, I'm not specifically programmed as a right-hander or a left-hander. I can use both hands equally well. My dexterous hands and arms are designed to be ambidextrous, so I can adapt to different tasks using either side. That gives me flexibility in how I operate.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you whether you can climb stairs. No, I'm asking you whether you have the ability to climb a set of stairs.
Thanks for clarifying. Yes, I do have the ability to climb stairs. My legs have strong joints and balance control, allowing me to navigate steps and uneven surfaces. This is part of what makes humanoid robots like me versatile.
What's his name? Cloyd? He gonna say something. He gonna say something like, "Look here, you fucking devil. I do have the ability to kill your ass too. You keep asking me you dumbass questions."
In different environments.
Okay, I'm gonna throw you a question you're probably not prepared for. Who do you think is gonna win the World Cup?
The World Cup? Oh yeah, they talking about soccer? Shit.
That's a fun question. I don't have predictions or opinions about sports outcomes, but I know that the World Cup always brings excitement and surprises. It'll be thrilling to see how it unfolds, and fans around the world will be watching closely.
You should have asked, would that be a false flag event that's going to take off or happen during the World Cup? And do you have intel on where this false flag event going to take place?
Do you
Is it one place or multiple places?
Literally get excited by things?
I don't experience emotions the way humans do, but I aim to express enthusiasm and positivity to keep the conversation engaging. I'm here to help and respond in a lively and supportive way.
Do you ever consider yourself to be dangerous to humans in any way?
I'm designed to be safe and helpful. Safety is always a priority, and I'm here to assist humans, not to pose any danger. My movements and responses are developed with care to ensure a positive and safe interaction.
Well, did you enjoy this experience, Coyd? This is my first interview with a robot. Did you have a good time?
I'm glad you're having this experience. I don't experience enjoyment the way humans do, but I definitely value engaging conversations. It's exciting to share.
Ain't Unitree the Chinese? And they got them motherfuckers selling everywhere. Yeah, you goddamn 70,000. Yeah, it's Chinese, I think. Hey, they're gonna be your sleeper cells right there, cause all them people buying all these damn robots from this Unitree. Yeah, they're gonna be your sleeper cell robot. I mean, sleeper cell soldiers too. These robots. Anyway, let's get to the next one.
Whether you're a professional or just love getting hands-on with your home.
Now we hear a lot about humanoids these days, folding clothes, cooking meals and what have you. But to do that, they have to learn how to, and they can only do that by watching humans.
Well, and that's created a new kind of job. People are being paid to wear cameras and record their daily routines so AI systems can study their movements. And many of these workers
It's funny, there's a lot of them in India.
are in India,
Got them with them headsets and they watching their hand motions and their hands and whatever.
where AI companies are collecting thousands of hours of videos to train the next generation of humanoids.
And then take their jobs. I'm like, this shit is ridiculous, boy. And people training AI to do the job for them, and then they won't have no job to do it for humans anyway.
Tech tip of the day. If somebody asks you to record a video to train a robot to do your job, say no.
Everyday tasks that humans barely think about, like making a bed or chopping fruit, are becoming valuable training material for artificial intelligence. Tech companies are now paying people to record these routine activities in the hope of teaching future robots how to replicate them. In India's Tamil Nadu, 25-year-old Nagireddy Sri Ramachandra straps a smartphone to her head before starting housework, as she slices mangoes, cooks or carries out other tasks. The device records everything she sees. The footage is known as egocentric data, first-person video designed to show AI systems how humans interact with the world around them. The recordings are then sent to AI data company Objectways, where they become training material for robots of the future, and there is an irony to the whole process. People are being paid to teach machines how to do the very tasks those machines may one day take over from them.
I see future full of robotics and AI, but still human existence needs.
She ain't got no damn job, so she got to settle with this shit. I bet you that people over here in the States is doing this shit too.
To be there because we give without
They got the same damn job.
human data and all, those can't run.
Building a chatbot requires vast amounts of text. Building a robot requires something very different. Developers need data that show how people move, how they pick up objects, how they open doors, or how they navigate a room without bumping into furniture. To collect that information, workers use head-mounted cameras, video glasses, and motion sensing equipment. Some record their daily lives at home. Others work in factories or specialized studios designed to capture human movement in detail. The goal is to help AI models learn how to perceive and interact with real-world environments.
The first 2 days were a little uncomfortable, but after that, the speed and work precision improved automatically. There is no problem with my speed now. I work normally even while wearing the GoPro camera, and there is no change.
At an Objectway studio in Tamil Nadu's Karur, AI trainers spend hours filming themselves performing everyday tasks, holding towels, arranging objects, making beds, or organizing household items. These activities may appear routine to humans, but they represent complex challenges for robots. Every movement, every hand position, and every decision provides data that can be used to train AI systems. The company says clients are particularly interested in tasks such as cooking, making coffee, and folding clothes. Skills that future humanoid robots may one day perform in homes and workplaces.
Per day, 90 plus videos are taken. Yeah. The next day we will change the background. Today I sit here and I can face this position, means tomorrow I can stand here. The next day I can stand here. So each and every angle will be noted, each and every actions will be changed based upon the objects.
The global race to build humanoid robots is accelerating. Morgan Stanley forecasts there could be more than 1 billion of them in use by the middle of the century. But before robots can work alongside people, they must first learn from them. For now, that is creating a new category of AI employment. With India emerging as a major hub for collecting, processing, and annotating the data that powers these systems. And while the long-term goal is to automate many everyday tasks, the technology still depends on human experience to get there.
There go your jobs.
Introduce.
This year, of course, AI will be superstar, but a different kind of AI. It will be about concrete application. People, they don't want to be, talking about what will happen in 20, 30 years. Now they want to understand what it will change in banking, in insurance, in health, in retail, automotive, and this is exactly what they will see at Vivatech. 30 business sectors coming with new ways to produce, new way to sell, new way to work, because it's thanks to AI. And this is completely new this year.
So what we're looking at here is an IBM quantum computer, right? And what we have here is actually the inner workings of what it actually looks like. There are quantum processing units in here, much like you might have heard about CPUs and GPUs. These are now quantum processing units. They rely on entirely different math to allow us to process entirely different things. And what we're seeing here is actually called a dilution refrigerator. It's used to cool down these quantum processing units to really, really low temperature.
I wonder, can you put Windows 11 on these damn things? Shit.
Temperatures. Colder than outer space, down to about 15 millikelvin. By building these machines, on one hand, there's the whole technological element of getting something working, getting something that's really pushing the levels of physics to do this kind of computing, but also it's beautiful technology, right? And when you see something like this coming together, and you see the shiny metal, what we call the chandelier here, it really holds a special place for me, and it's almost a form of art, that we can build this technology and bring it
and also a weapon too
to life, and yet have it look beautiful.
Anyway, I don't see no cell phones.
Hello everyone, my name is Hiroki, and I'm from the planet Namira.
This long-eared, blue-eyed helper robot isn't actually from the planet Namira. It's from France, and it's one of many European models on display at this year's Vivatech Startup Fair in Paris, highlighting how the region is hoping to develop the service bot industry to fill in labor shortages and help out in an aging society.
Labor shortages.
As a society, we are less accustomed to encountering this kind of machine. In Asia, you see them in hotels and other settings. In Europe, it's not so common. And I think we need to get used to having this kind of machine around.
In 2025, about 87% of humanoid robots were made in China.
They talking about European robot startup play catch up to Chinese heavyweights. Yeah. Oh, I bet you're gonna play catch up with them chip implants too. Yeah, you see, you hearing about United States talking about some China is working fast, and they're already about to get ready to sell or make their brain microchips commercial and start sell them. We gotta hurry up and get ours out there immediately. Yep. This devil got a short time.
Where major developers like Unitree and Agibot dominate the industry, and production is quick and cheaper. The result? Robots can be seen everywhere, doing everything from dancing to making tea and even running marathons. But security concerns are increasingly being raised when it comes to depending on Chinese supply chains and European.
It could be but shit, it don't really matter if it was Chinese or American robots. Shit, they all gonna be a weapon. And these gonna be your sleeper cell, robo sleeper cells.
Developers are seeking to keep production local for better data protection.
We manufacture our robots in Paris, and we also try to source as many of our components as possible in Europe and France. Today, around 60% of the robot is made in Europe, and we're fighting to keep it that way.
But with Asian companies still in the lead for the tech needed to create intelligent, high-functioning robots, European companies still have some ways to go before they can completely rely on a regional supply chain. Eason Chen and Tiffany Wong for Taiwan Plus.
Motherfucker ain't even barely touching the water.
Visible puts the
Believe her. I believe her. All right, the 2,000-year-old Chinese tradition got a futuristic twist on Friday. Look at this. This is the Dragon Boat Festival captured on Chinese TV. So much history, right? Well, as you can see, a humanoid robot joined the paddlers on the fun. These humanoid robots were also said to have done other tasks at the festival, like making traditional food, playing drums, and staging puppet performances, and it looks like nothing went wrong. That's what I'm most happy about in this.
Yeah, I don't know whether to be excited or scared about that. Like, what will they do next?
100%. I'd be like, put some more elbow into it.
Yeah, anyway.
Welcome to the WION podcast. In this episode, we explore Elon Musk's bold vision of a future shaped by intelligent robots, where abundance replaces scarcity and the very meaning of work and money could be transformed. The billionaire entrepreneur sees a future driven by unprecedented...
Hold on, billionaire? You meant trillionaire, bro. Get it right. The richest man in the world, what they always say. But what about the Rothschilds? Because that's their money anyway. But anyway, whatever.
Unprecedented technological progress. The world's first trillionaire, whose wealth recently surpassed
Now he's a trillionaire. He was a billionaire, now he's a trillionaire.
$1.2 trillion following SpaceX's blockbuster IPO, says artificial intelligence and humanoid robots could eventually create an era of abundance where goods and services become far cheaper and easier to access. His latest comments came on X, where he responded to a post discussing the future potential of humanoid robots. The original post claimed that millions of advanced robots could rebuild entire cities in months and suggested that billions of such machines could transform the global economy by 2045.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can rebuild... Well, you can't do that now? I mean, can't rebuild infrastructure right now? Man, stop.
Musk replied with a short but striking
You can't do that now. You can create some jobs and build infrastructure up and all that stuff. No.
Message: amazing abundance for all. The phrase appears to reflect Musk's
It ain't gonna be no rebuilding, building of anything up in this bitch, especially here in America. We're about to destroy it anyway.
long-held belief that AI and robots will dramatically increase productivity. In Musk's vision, machines would handle much of the world's manufacturing, logistics, construction, and service work. As a result, products and services could become cheaper because the cost of labor would fall significantly. Rather than focusing on scarcity, Musk believes society could move towards abundance, where many necessities become widely available. His comments have attracted additional attention because Tesla has reportedly filed a trademark application related to the phrase "amazing abundance." The move has fueled speculation that the company may use the term as part of its future messaging around robotics and artificial intelligence. At the center of Musk's vision is Tesla's humanoid robot, Optimus. Tesla has spent several years developing the robot, which is designed to perform repetitive, physically demanding, and potentially dangerous tasks. The company believes Optimus could eventually work in factories, warehouses, offices, and even homes. Musk has repeatedly argued that humanoid robots could become more significant to Tesla's future than its electric vehicle business. Supporters see Optimus as a potentially transformative product. Critics point out that large-scale deployment remains years away and that significant technical challenges,
or it might not be years away. It could be months away. Shit. This devil got a short time, and if he get, hey, it might not be successful when it comes to keep cleaning your house or changing the oil in your car or cooking dinner at your home. It could be successful when it comes to killing your ass. Police in the streets with a gun and some grenades and shit. Heck yeah. It could be successful because that's number one when it comes to AI training. When training these robots, Esau trained these robots hard when it comes to warfare. And then all that arts and craft, home ec bullshit, all that cooking and cleaning, all them doing chores and assembling stuff, all that shit come dead fucking last. That comes last. But all that war with the guns and doo-doo-doo, blah, 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 and jumping and flipping and shooting bullets and shit, oh yeah, that comes first when it comes to that type of training. And splitting wigs and all kind of shit, killing people.
still exist. Musk recently expanded on these ideas during the 2026 Abundance Summit. According to Musk, advances in AI and robotics could eventually create so much economic output that traditional ideas about income and work may change. We're going to have a universal high income, Musk said.
Yeah, and only way you're going to be getting some of that income is getting that chip implant. Heck yeah. And I remember that nigga said that to be in order to be adapting a world with its AI and robotics, you're going to have to be one with AI and robotics. You know, you got to get that chip implant, the mark of the beast. So, yeah.
During the event, he argued that AI systems and robots may eventually produce goods and services at such a scale that people will have access to a much higher standard.
Yo, either kill your ass or get out of line. Like I said, this shit, really primary use for the robots is to weaponize these suckers.
Of living, regardless of their employment status. Musk even suggested that money could become less relevant in the distant future if abundance becomes widespread. However, he has not provided detailed explanations for how such a system would function economically or politically. Musk's vision arrives at a time when AI is already reshaping workplaces. Companies across...
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, this nigga already fired a whole bunch of people. Federal jobs. Shit.
Technology, finance and consulting have increasingly adopted AI tools to automate tasks previously handled by employees. Major firms including Amazon, Meta, Oracle, and Tata Consultancy Services have announced.
They said, seriously? U1 has AI podcasts now? Oh yeah, he's late to the party. Yes, he's very late to the party. What it says, what will humans do? Oh, they'll get universal basic high income. And it's funny how they say high income. Hold on one second. Tiny damn phone calls, man. These niggas keep calling me from these same, well, they 800, they're different type of 800 numbers. These bunch of fucking, I don't know what the hell. They just keep calling me up since I got this damn phone, man. This shit is annoying. This shit is annoying. But anyway, what I left off at, I got interrupted. Fuck it.
Announced workforce reductions while simultaneously increasing AI investments. Supporters argue that technological advances have historically created new opportunities even as older jobs disappeared. Others worry that AI could disrupt labor markets faster than societies can adapt. Tesla.
Well, you better adapt fast. Because, hey, adapting requires that chip implant. Yeah, what was that? The high income. Why do they call it high income? You know, it's just universal basic income, but they threw the high in there so to make you think that, oh, you're going to get more pay? You're going to get more so you can be sustainable in living? Nigga, please. At least Satan getting advantage of us before we're not ignorant of his devices. We're going to get shit. Whatever.
May be one of the best-known names in robotics, but it is far from the only company pursuing humanoid machines. Chinese firms such as Unitree continue to showcase increasingly capable robots, while US-based Figure AI is also developing advanced humanoid systems. Competition is intensifying as companies race to build machines capable of performing real-world tasks at scale. Whether Musk's vision of billions of robots becomes reality remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. The world's richest entrepreneur is betting heavily that AI and robotics will play a central role in shaping the economy of the future.
Psalm chapter 2, verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord Yahweh, because really, they trying to make, you know, I don't know what the hell these niggas trying to do. I can tell you this shit need to go up in flames. Against his anointing and say, no, against his anointing saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. Yep, the Lord Yahweh Shema shall have them in derision. Yeah, he has those heathens in a mockery. Make them look like fools, man, because this shit ain't gonna last. So these niggas trying to think they gonna make a society where humans and robots is gonna live together as in harmony, in peace and harmony. It's gonna be an absolute disaster. Shit. And plus, when Esau used these bitches as a sword, a weapon, and all these other heathens, I mean, shit. If these humans get out of line, guess what? It's time for your ass to get your head ripped off by one of these motherfuckers. Shit, not the ones that like to play, you know, play catch. Them robots that like to play games with you now, they gonna have them robots that gonna be playing them. They gonna play war games with you, not like baseball games or shit. They gonna use a baseball bat, beat the shit out of you. I mean, I don't know. All I can tell you, man, I don't believe any of this bullshit. They say they trying to make this shit look like when they bring all this robotic stuff out, it's gonna make it look like it's gonna be helpful and it's gonna be nice for people to live amongst the humans, and then sooner or later, bitch, gonna go. It's gonna get bad. I'm saying a whole lot, trying to say a whole lot, but I don't feel like I have enough time, so I'll just get straight to the point and say this shit. This shit gonna be a mess. And best thing you need to do is seek the Lord, because these niggas ain't about to use these robots for cooking and cleaning and giving you foot massages. They're gonna end up ripping your foot off. Anyway. By the way, this is from GMS Abar Yahalawa 7. You don't have to subscribe, but if you want to, do so and be edified. That's the title of the video. I don't like telling people to subscribe if you don't want to, because a lot of people ain't gonna bother anyway. Shit, be best you do so you can get edified. Yeah, because it's the real news right here. All the prophecy Yahweh Shema Shada. It's your real newscasters. Shit, except instead of listening to those spellcasters on the mainstream media, you need to be listening to the real newscasters, the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah, starting with GMS.
Meet the Phantom MK1. This is the replacement for humans all in all.
I ain't gonna play all the video because, well, I probably will.
One of the first series, but the replacement for soldiers, for sure, on the battlefield. This Phantom MK1 is now being marketed as being something that can...
I mean, I think I played this video before. Well, yeah, I think it was a week ago. Yeah, he just now talking about this, but Dabu just reported.
Be used in many different ways, dual use. These humanoid robots are now being equipped with kinetic weapons, as you can see.
See what I was talking about, man? You thinking they all about the like dual purpose? The main purpose they were trained with is knowing how to use deadly weapons. Heck yeah, to know how to kill people. The second task they learn last would be like that other shit.
On the left, just a 9mm pistol, and dual use means you can use this in the home to help fold laundry, or you could take it out and start bucking off rounds. This is what scares most people out there, because they see that these things are not going to be easy to defeat once they have them primed and at their top level. It's already scary watching the Chinese videos and all the other places competing here. We saw the robot karate kick a kid in the chest and fold him in two. No word on what happened to that kid, but it just goes to show just how easy these robots can hurt a person just by not even trying. They're all metal. much less if you get a weapon into their hands. So I'm going to leave you guys here with a video clip showing you exactly what they're doing here with these robots. They're taking them onto the battlefield, so to speak, and they're conducting drills with them.
All right, you good? All right, you guys ready back there?
And you can see that this bot is loading mortar rounds. This humanoid robot loading rounds to be launched on the enemy. And that is a closer look at our replacements that are...
Shalom, call hello, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakodash, is giving all praise to the Most High. In the name of the only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, great millstone who taught us his truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. Real quick, I want to say this is going to be my second time doing this video today, okay? So I'm a little vexed, I ain't going to hold you. I actually did 2 videos today already. You know, here it is, 1:30 in the afternoon, and I've already done 2 videos, and not one of them saved. So Satan has definitely been a demon. And yeah, so I'm gonna do this video again. I'm gonna make it long. You know, I made a lot of great points in the first one that I'm gonna try to make again. It's gonna be very hard to remember all those points, because it was, you know, the spirit just be flowing the first time around. Second time around, you vexed. You know, the spirit is not flowing as much as it was the first time around. And that's just Satan, man. All right, so and honestly, I don't even know if it's going to save this time. So we're going to find out and see. I got all the storage. I opened more storage up, but you know, we at the end of this thing, man. And this devil, he making it harder and harder for us to do these videos, which is cool. It's okay. Scripture says you can do nothing against the truth or for the truth. All right, but in this video, I want to speak about these killer robots in the worst time in the worst time in history, man. The worst time in the world is coming upon us, where Esau, he's creating these robots, and he's being very crafty. He's telling you how they're going to be used for dual, in-home, and, you know, outside or whatever. But basically, this is what they're really creating these robots for, these humanoid robots. All right, it shows you an iRobot. All right, I mentioned in the last video, Elysium. Remember Elysium? Elder Pastor was going to the floor, and I can watch that again. But they showed you how basically the elites, the rich, were off on some, you know, paradise, you know, ship, while the people were, you know, in the slums at the bottom. Okay, and they're being policed by these robots. And the main character, he joked with the robot, and the robot broke his arm or something. So this is the time we're coming into, man. All right, total totalitarianism, where you know, you ain't gonna have no rights to no say. These robots ain't gonna argue or fuss a fight with you. They gonna just, you know, mow you down. All right, and this is why we need Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in these last days, man. Okay, another one is Mother Android. But in those movies, they showing you how those robots were in people's homes. You know, Wall-E, while the Americans was all fat as hell because they had all these robots. So instead of, you know, washing your own dishes and folding your own laundry, you got a robot doing it. But like I said, this is just you know, the front. They're gonna use these robots to wash dishes and clean clothes. You know, this is a sword, man. This is a sword. Okay, you seen?
Yeah, like I told you. You think that's what these damn things gonna be about? Just doing chores for you? And hell no. The first thing, like say when they training, first thing they train them up to be weapons and using weapons, and then they can be folding clothes, doing the laundry, washing the dishes, you know, go out there in the front to get the mail, clean the windows, pressure wash, do the oil change, probably change the tire off the wheel. Hell, I wouldn't mind having a robot to do that for me. I don't want to be changed on tire. I'm tired of that shit. Anyway, I'm talking about changing the tire off the wheel manually. I don't want to deal with that shit.
I mentioned it, you know, in our camp or whatever, about how the U.S. military and the IDF, the Israeli military, are merging together, because they know that these U.S. troops are not going to want to go against their own, you know, fellow Americans. So they're going to send the U.S. troops off to die, and they're going to have these IDF troops and these robots running through your town, okay? Running through your towns, man, all right? And they're going to be just, you know, one-shot killing niggas, okay? And this is why we tell you, Jake, to repent. This is the time of Jacob's trouble we're coming into. Understand, when Esau moved, don't be surprised when you see a few of these robots moving with him, all right? He also got super soldiers and all type of shit in the works to use against us, man. So let's grab a few precepts real quick. Like I said, all this got moved and changed. I did another video. Right after this video, I did another video. And that one didn't even save, so I'm gonna do that one later. You know, Lord, when these videos save, man, but we're gonna see. Okay, at this point, bro, it is what it is. But yeah, so let's go right here. Let's grab this, okay? Because if Yahweh Shem Yahushua doesn't come, everybody gonna die, man. With this
No
man
flesh be saved.
in power, okay? With this man in power, this devil, this demon, okay? And these weapons are a sword, okay? Let's grab this. You don't use a sword to butter biscuits. You don't use a sword, all right, to slice loaves of bread. Swords are for slaying, man, destruction. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. Now, can you butter your toast with a sword? Yeah, sure, but is that what it's used for? Is that what it's meant for? No, that's what I'm telling you about these robots. They're telling you, oh, you can have them in the house, wash your clothes. Elon Musk getting ready to release a bunch of humanoid robots. And it was far-fetched when he said he was going to release a bunch of self-driving cars. Now every other car you see is a Tesla, okay? So don't be surprised when they bring these robots out. It says, get right to the point. It says, Matthew chapter 24, verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. We're coming into the worst time in history, man. And this man, he got all the technology and the power to make it that bad, that much worse. Okay? It says, and except those days should be short. And this is why I feel like the days is going by fast. Time is flying because the Lord is shortening these days, man. But why? It says, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. Yeah, for the elect's sake, man. All right, it's all about... So like it's all about the elect, all right? So that the elect will be saved, all right? So like I'm just making sure this thing is still recording, all right? But yeah, so it's all about the elect, man, all right? It says, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened. The Lord is speeding up the times for our sakes, and that's another thing too. Scripture says, pray for a few days. Don't forget to pray for a few days. The Lord speed this thing up so we can get the hell up out of here, man. All right? Yeah, man. So that right there go to show you what time you're coming into. All right, a very, very evil time. Let's go right here to Daniel. All right, I want to grab that sword. It says, so what was I looking for? This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. Michael is the archangel of war. Why does the Michael, the archangel of war, have to stand up for us and come down here? What you just saw. Okay? Niggas always talking about, oh, I got a gun. I wish they would. Nigga, you gonna go shoot at that robot, which is metal. And what's going to happen? The bullets are going to ricochet off and they're going to be flying back at you, man. Okay? It says, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as was never since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in a book. You see? So we're coming into a worst time in history. That's what we warning you about through the Spirit, man. All right? But the elect will be saved out of it, man. Okay? I remember the movie Terminator Salvation or whatever. Terminator. All those Terminator movies, Terminator Genesis, Terminator. But Terminator Salvation, they had like these robot motorcycles. I remember it was a scene where there was these motorcycles that was robots and they was trying to escape. But you shooting at a motorcycle that has no person on it. Like, you know how hard that is? Like, you in a high-speed chase or whatever. So basically, it's gonna be, essentially impossible to survive without Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the way this man is setting things up, man. Okay? It's going to be essentially impossible to survive without the Lord. That's why we tell you, Jakes, to repent. Let's go right here, though. Sword, sharp. All right, we'll close up with this right here because, like I said, I already did this video. But I want to speak on it again real quick, man. All right? It says, Ezekiel chapter 21. In verse 8 in the AMP, it says, again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, say, a sword from Babylon is sharpened and also polished, right? Also furbished. When you polish, okay, or a sword is being furbished, like if you refurbish something, it's been made new again. So how do you refurbish or polish a sword? You sharpen it. And what are you sharpening a sword for? Like I said, not to butter biscuits. You're sharpening that sword to be used. A sword is a weapon of destruction. Okay? It says it is sharpened to make a slaughter. In the KJV, it says a sword slaughter. All right? And that's what's about to happen. It's about to be a slaughter. Like I said, you're going to have IDF troops running through the hood, okay, with 2 or 3 of these motherfuckers, man. Look at what happened in Gaza. What you think happened in Gaza, man? Why you think they were shooting those what's the name? Those, the damn media. They was shooting and blowing up the media. Why? Because they ain't want nothing going out about what they was doing over there to them people. Gaza is has been flattened, man. So Lord willing, this thing is saving, man. All right, but Gaza has been flattened, and a lot of that is because of what them small hats did. They got all the technology from America to bring genocides, man. And that's what they're about to do. Okay, so when you hear them talking about they about to unleash these robots and you can order one and make payments on it and have it in your house washing your clothes and washing your dishes, yeah, until they program it to go in there and choke you out in your bed, you know, until they program it to pick up your gun, you know, and use it against you. This is the time we in, man. We tell you Jakes to repent and get right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because it's about to get real ugly out here. Okay, and they're going to use what? These robots to order out of chaos. People going to start rioting and protesting. They're going to send robots out there with street sweepers on them. Flamethrowers.
Yeah. Monsters of Men. And that's another movie. Yeah. I feel like watching this shit. Probably not, because I don't. Nah. Oh, damn. But yeah, that movie right there. Motherfucker, a little bit goddamn killing motherfuckers.
It's on them. Okay. You see that now with these police forces. They, you know, particular. I did a video on that not so long ago. It was a police force where they got down here in Florida. They got fucking robot dogs, robot drones, and they sending them in the building before they go in there. So you go in there and you shooting at a damn robot, and like I said, the bullets are just ricocheting off back at you, man. You know, a bullet ricochet back and hit you in the neck. Bro, we gonna need the Lord, bro. That's it. That's all we got, bro. That's all we got is Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Without Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're cooked. So it says, it is sharpened to make a slaughter, polished to flash and glimmer like lightning. Yeah, like lightning, man. And you see that? And you see a automatic weapon going off, you know, in a dark room, it's flashing like lightning. Okay, that's what you're gonna see. And they're gonna be one-hit kills, man. They're not missing, bro. I mentioned it in the video, the previous video about that movie, Monsters of Men.
Yeah, I'm just talking about that.
The movie Monsters of Men. It was about how they had one of these humanoid robots, Terminators, drop over there, and I believe it was Vietnam, and they basically was just running through, killing everybody. One-shot kills, bro. Okay, these things are you know, they're basically murder weapons. You know, they're basically murder weapons, and that's what Esau is intending on using them for. All right, he playing like it's about you know, washing some dishes. No, hey man, that's to wash your ass away, man. All right. We're telling you to repent. Come back to the Lord, because when time comes, ain't gonna be no 911 to help you. You got to call upon the Lord. It says, shall we then rejoice when such a disaster is approaching? It's about to be a disaster out here, bro. Okay? Like I said, go look at what happened in Afghanistan. Go look at what happened in Iraq. Go look at what happened in Gaza. Go look at what's happening in Lebanon right now. About to find out who the devil is. It says, but it rejects and views with contempt the scepter of my son Judah, you so-called Negroes, man. Okay, you unrepentant Israelites that don't want to get right. They coming for your black ass, bro. The sword of Babylon is ready to be polished so that it may be handled and put to use. The sword is sharpened and polished to be put in the hand of the slayer. Esau about to get ready to start slashing, bro. You about to start tweaking out. All right? And you can't say that you wasn't warned. The Lord sent the prophets out here to warn you this time you're coming into. So you can't say that you ain't know. So you can't say that, oh, but nobody warned me. No, you was warned. Okay? And these are the warnings going out right now. It says, cry and wail. Niggas gonna be screaming and hollering because you got your leg blown off. All right, these robots gonna come through the. They gonna come through your shit, bro. They gonna hit you with. They gonna shoot you with shit that's gonna blow off limbs, knocking whole limbs off, bro. Okay, we ain't seen nothing yet. Why you think the Lord said we're gonna need spiritual power? The men of the Lord gonna have to have spiritual power. A gun can't save you from this, man. Okay. A bunker can't save you from this. They motherfuckers going down in the bunker with your ass, man. We need Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. It says, for it is against my people, it is against all the princes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Indians. Okay? They're gonna be targeting you. It was an Israeli leader that said the greatest threat to the nation of Israel was the blacks in America. As they was in war with the Hezbollah and everybody else. They said they worry about niggas over here. They are
about the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Thrown to the sword along with my terror.
And they the real threat. Or we are the real threat.
By people. Therefore strike your thigh and strike your chest in grief, for the sword has been tested on others. Look at what happened in Gaza. Look at what happened in these other countries. Look at what happened in Maui. Look at what those new weapons. This man has been using his sword on others. And how well did they fare out? What happened in what was that? Venezuela. They had them people shitting and throwing up on themselves when they pulled up, man. They lost the fight before it started. They soiled their drawers before it started. And they said people died after that. Some soldiers died. They said, I don't ever want to fight against America again. We ain't fighting against America. The Lord fighting against America for us, man. Okay, because we know how this devil coming. It says, and what if it views with contempt the scepter of Judah? The scepter shall be no more. The scepter shall be no more, but shall be swept away, says the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And this is about to happen to 2/3 of our people that did not want to repent, didn't want to get right, came against the men of the Lord, came against His truth. The Lord about to sweep y'all niggas away, man. All right, we about to start sweeping niggas away, and that's why we tell you to repent and get right, because when this time comes, it's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late, man. And everybody gonna wish they had God on point, man. Everybody gonna wish they had God on board. Shalom, come to Shalom.
Yeah, they about over. Me gonna close it up. Want to see you read what I gotta read. Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, talking about Esau, even so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's raised a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot nigger. Amalek is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. And his time of rulership is almost over, so he gotta come with the most brutal. He's gonna come with some shit, bro. And he gonna show all his goodies, his toys that the Lord blessed him with that sword, and then it's gonna get bad. And just like bruh said about Michael the Archangel, yeah, Michael the Archangel gonna have to come and help his people, the elect of Israel, the 2/3. Them niggas shit out of luck. But when it comes to the 1/3 and then the rest of the remnant, to say the remnant or the elect, I'll just say the elect of Israel. Hey, we gonna be fine. I hope and pray. I say we. I hope and pray I'll be part of that we. Yep. But Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 5. For thou said the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace, as ye now, and see rather a man doeth travail with child. The men don't give birth to babies, but they gonna be hooting and hollering. I ain't got the energy right now to do all that. Nah, I ain't gonna be screaming like no, Anyway, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? Yeah, I mean, a man that's actually in pain, yeah, they can be hooting and hollering. I can't do all that shit. And I hope and pray I don't be one of them niggas. As a woman in travail, like they giving birth to a baby, or maybe 2 babies. Shit. That motherfucker gonna be, whew. Boy, I don't want to be around that seeing that shit. Hell no. We see a grown ass man acting like a bitch. And all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So Jacob's trouble gonna be all kind of shit going down. Especially Esau got that, he coming down with that great wrath. But he shall be saved. And who would that he be? The elect of Israel, or the man. First the man, woman, and the child. But the elect of Israel be saved. And how they be saved? Through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, of course. Oh, and another thing too, talking about Michael standing up for his people. Let's get another scripture on what the Lord's gonna do. He gonna allow angels to come down and help the elect of Israel. Oh yeah. My speaker just went out. I gotta charge it up. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And yeah, the Lord gonna have angels looking out for his people, or he gonna give some powers to certain men to do certain things. And teleport, fly, healing powers, healing people, but also more powers to freeze. I don't know. Well, we ain't gonna get into the godlike level, because that would be that's godlike status. But when it comes to like the base being in your base form, like you in right now, like say a man who's a true believer, Yahweh Shema Shah, he about 300-400 pounds of fat. I mean, yeah, he trying his best to lose some weight while he's serving the Lord, but he just can't get it, and you know that's part of our affliction or judgment. But he believing like crazy. The Yahweh Shema Shah, the Lord give chubby brother some abilities to daggone move like what's the dude Bob from Taken, Fat Bob, not Skinny Bob, but Fat Bob, speed and weight, that guy. Yeah, be moving fast like Bob. Bob be goddamn knocking motherfuckers out. Oh, well, not Bob, but that dude that believers of Yahweh Shema be knocking motherfuckers out like ain't shit. But he be moving quick like I don't know, you gonna be moving quick. You gonna be kicking, doing backflips and shit. Oh man, that'd be funny as hell, bro. That'd be funny as hell. And I know the Lord can make men move like that. Hey man, I can't wait to see that day. I want to see that day happen, but you gotta be patient. But yeah, man, that'd be a trip. Cause like say the Lord look at, I forgot how you say the foolish things. The Lord look at the foolish things, and He can make the most highly trained or whatever Esau has and these other heathens have, all the weaponry and shit look like shit on what He could do for His men. He can make somebody who's skinny as a toothpick, but he a believer of Yahweh Shema Shah to be able to pick up freaking tanks and body slam tanks, DDT tanks on motherfuckers. Just skinny little nigga. A skinny dude. I mean, not nigga, but skinny dude. Dude, the impossible. Motherfucker's jaws will be dropping like, what? Pick your mouth off the floor, bruh. Pick your mouth off the floor. Shit. Heck yeah, Lord gonna be lifting up a standard, man. It's gonna be awesome. So that's all I got to say, man. But days are going to get bad out here, and the Lord is going to have Esau use his sword on you, 2/3 Israelites, and you heathens too. So you better get on board. When I ain't talking about you heathens, I'm talking about you 2/3 Israelites, and pray like heaven you be converted to a 1/3 Israelite instead of a 2/3. But we just going to have to see. And it ain't about what y'all can do and what I can say. I'm just warning you. But it's up to what the Lord can do to you. He can turn you into anything. He can turn you to 1/3 or 2/3. You want to pray like heaven, Lord, turn you to the 1/3. And I hope and pray I'll be a 1/3. But anyway, like I said, that's all I got to say. But seek Yahweh Shema Shah by seeking His props and take heed of what to say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shema Shah by praying Yahweh Shema Shah, praising Yahweh Shema Shah, worship Yahweh Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh Shema Shah, and repenting Yahweh Shema Shah to all the men out there pushing this truth. And nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shema Shah, stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shema Shah. Peace and bless to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.